Big fluff.
Oh, he was robbed and you know it.
Game, set, match, fellas.
Yeah, now I believe you owe us another $100.
Well, we're not getting much mercy here tonight.
Well, you guys gotta forgive me. You see, bowling for money, it's my only vice.
Here's your drink.
Oh, thanks, sugar. Okay, 2 vices.
That's still very good.
Hey everybody, I'm Joel Murphy.
And I'm Andy McIntyre.
And this is Silver Linings Playback, the podcast where we watch maligned movies and we find their silver linings.
And we are wrapping up the month of November, where we have the very tenuous relationship between turkeys and bowling and movies. Although this movie has the most bowling that we've done the whole time. We watched the Farrelly brothers' third effort, Kingpin. And with us to talk about it, friend of the show, Anthony Leonelli. What's up, Leo? How's it going?
I'm thrilled to be here, guys. There's nothing like a bowling tale to lead you into the holiday season.
Yeah, we finally proper bowling movie this week. Not a movie with one bowling scene, but this couldn't be more of a bowling movie if it tried.
This might be the bowlingest movie.
It really is. I mean, yeah, more than the Big Lebowski. Like, what else is there, really, bowling movie-wise?
Well, I think, right, if you're in the bowling community, this is your movie. This is, every hockey player knows Slapshot. Every, poker player knows Rounders. And while Lebowski might be more of the cool kid choice, Kingpin is a bowling movie.
Yeah.
See, Big Lebowski is a movie with bowling in it. Kingpin is a bowling movie.
Important distinction.
Well, and it's, I think to your point too, it's a sports movie. Like, this is a proper, following the beats of underdog story, redemption story, like all of the tropes of hitting the road and making it to the big tournament and then facing off against your rival in the final match. Like, it's all the beats, that you would hope for with this kind of sports movie.
And you're shepherded through them by the masters of subtlety that are the Farrelly brothers.
Let's be clear and let's put the respect on their names. Academy Award winning Farrelly brothers. To be clear. Well, half of them.
I was say, I think
Academy
just
Award.
Bobby won for Green Book.
Yeah. So, which also Green Book known for its. I was going to say known for its subtlety as well. Green Book, very subtle movie as well.
Yeah, it's. Nothing more subtle than a white savior narrative.
Yeah. But yeah, it is funny that that's just a true fact about the world, and their entire previous catalog would not. It's kind of like the whole when Joker really had that buzz. And it's like, then if you watch any other Todd Phillips movie, it's just, road trip and, old school and yeah. All of those.
All of which I enjoy a great deal for the most part. But yes, it's funny when you get off one track and onto another.
I'd say in both cases, I'm a bigger fan of the comedy than of the Oscar movie. Yeah, like they definitely hold up better, I think. Like in my mind.
But it's funny, like not to get too much off on a tangent, but like you got Zach Krieger right now with Weapons, like coming out of sketch comedy. I mean, it's such a strange. It's when those moves happen. It's like, oh yeah, I know nothing about these guys' backgrounds or what they actually want to do. I just know them from one specific thing.
Yeah, and it's when Barbarian came out, I had no idea about Zach Krieger, and then like Weapons is like unlike what I'm saying with these movies. Like that is a movie I don't know if I like that. I think it holds up equally in my mind. It's a good transition. Kind of like Jordan Peele too. I think the comedy to horror track works really well, where it's like, I like the old stuff and I like what we're doing now.
A solid pivot.
I agree with everything you both just said.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
I think they're trenchant insights, and it's good to know that we're in such good hands.
May even be the pull quote from the episode, in fact.
Yeah. That's Andy's version of like the airplane. We're all rooting for you. Like he's just gonna pop in and say that every 5 minutes for us. But yeah, anyway, so like that aside, yes, this is the Oscar winning Farrelly Brothers. This is though, like in their filmography, I do think this is the most forgotten, or at least like the least, like it hasn't a cult following for sure.
Yeah. I think they lost it a little bit after the height. But yeah, it's definitely, I mean, because it's sandwiched Dumb and Dumber's before and Something About Mary's after, right? So
yeah, this is their second movie. Their first being Dumb and Dumber, and there's Something About Mary. Yes.
And this was kind of like they did Dumb and Dumber and had a little bit of cachet and in the town to be like, what do you want to do? Got, this is a stacked cast. Like they got Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray to star in the movie. And then, it was released at the same time as the Olympics, which is kind of what they credited to. But this bombed completely when it came out.
That's not quite as good. Oh, there you go. I did not. That's the second best excuse I've ever heard to Mariah Carey's excuse for glitter bombing, which is that it was released shortly right before 9/11.
Right. Which is also not, just to be clear, that's the movie Glitter Bomb. If you're young enough and you didn't understand the reference, he's not talking about glitter bomb, where you where you send glitter that explodes on someone, but the film Glitter,
which is more entertaining than the film Glitter.
Yeah,
that's true.
And if you're also too young, 9/11.
Oh my God. That also, they know who Mariah Carey is because we cryogenically unfreeze her around this time every year to sing her Christmas songs. So
she's being thought out as we speak. That song charts every year at Christmas time.
It does. And it's great. Yeah. Like it absolutely should.
There's a player for my beloved Cleveland Guardians named John Kenzie Noel. He's a giant Dominican outfielder, and his nickname is Big Christmas, which is a fantastic nickname. But he had a walk-off home run in the playoffs last year, and there were a million cuts of that set to Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. So now just
I thought you were going to say that was his walkout music. That's what I was hoping.
It should be. It really should be. And that would be incredible. But all the edits were made me enjoy the song even more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crack over the fence. Yeah, this is like, it's definitely the forgotten son of the original three Farrelly Brothers movies. And dare I say, the one I liked the most.
Interesting. I don't know that I co-sign with that, but
I didn't say it was the best. I said it's the one I like the most.
That's an important distinction.
Yeah. No, I saw this in the theater, and immediately after leaving the theater, and this is getting ahead to Silver Linings, but went to the record store and bought the soundtrack.
Nice.
I thought you were saying went to Matty Dale and rolled a few frames.
I was kind of thinking it was heading. Yeah, for sure.
No, I didn't want my pathetic bowling to be anywhere near the skill by Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray and Randy Quaid in this movie.
It was funny you were talking about the strength of the cast because they have the Capitol and all that, but like it does fall off pretty quickly from Murray, Harrelson, Quaid, and then like that's about it.
Yeah, and then it's TV's Weird Science, Vanessa Angel.
Which I watched TV's Weird Science growing up, so
I did too.
Yeah,
I can't say I didn't. And a cameo from the bad guy from Kindergarten Cop.
Yes,
it's true. Yeah,
and a cameo from Roger Bottoms.
Yeah, yep, yeah.
And Chris Elliott.
Yeah. Chris Elliott does show up for a minute as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys happen to, in your research, read the Michael Richards thing?
I did. I was going to save that for the silver linings, but we can certainly discuss it now.
No,
go ahead.
The visual made me laugh really hard thinking about it.
Yes. Well, I mean, we can go ahead. I think talking about it now, but yeah, the story goes that and it doesn't say the anecdote, like what part, but apparently they reached out to Michael Richards to get him to play one of the parts in this movie. During the meeting, he excused himself to their private bathroom and then stayed in there for, I believe it was an hour, right? Like they were like really waiting for a long time. They became
a little bit alarmed. Yeah.
They became alarmed. They get the door opened and it's straight up window open. He climbed out the window and escaped the meeting.
No notes.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. Honestly, better than if he had been in this movie, if we're all being real. Like,
especially with how the Michael Richards thing has gone. Yeah, they kind of dodged one there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because no one in this movie went on to do some really problematic things.
Yeah, exactly. And certainly this movie is not also problematic. So that's
no.
Nothing.
I heard they were originally for Munson. They were out to Kevin Spacey, but he said no.
But yeah, we do get some Farrelly brother touches here. We get the haircut is straight out of Dumb and Dumber that Randy Quaid has for sure. The landlord that Woody Harrelson owes money to, who literally that actress is in their other movies, but also that character is a very Farrelly brothers character.
It's a very Farrelly brothers character. Just really stupid people on a road movie is their bread and butter.
Yeah, yeah. And also
they
just
made that
the
movie
like
4 times.
Yes,
definitely 4 because the 3 we talked about, Me, Myself, and Irene is also stupid people on a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite pitch is stupid people watching baseball.
Yes. You also get sort of problematic portrayals of people with disabilities. So we've got that checked off as well. Yeah. I think those are kind of the
boxes. Yeah.
A couple of gross out jokes. Cameo from a pro athlete, whether it's Cam Neely or in this movie's case, Roger Clemens.
Yep. We're doing the Farrelly brothers Mad Lib a little bit, but what separates it, I think, is again the setting it in the world of bowling and the fact that you have Bill Murray doing Bill Murray things, and like
one of the other things I read, which makes total sense, is that for Bill Murray, they kind of just, and this is like, if you look at Ghostbusters, if you look at usually the comedies that we love of Bill Murray, they all kind of have the same story, which is they kind of just told him what the scene was about and he didn't really read the script and then he did whatever he wanted. And that's what's on camera.
Well, I was going to ask you guys, is this the last like of this Bill Murray? Because after this, it's mostly like sad Wes Anderson Bill Murray or like beaten down by life, lost in translation Bill Murray, or like, you know, is this the last?
You could call this. I'd have to look at like dates and times, but like he definitely got jarmushed quite a bit after this.
Right, and it's like it's he does little comedy because it's like what is it, Zombieland with Woody Harrelson, but
movie, it's a fantastic scene, absolutely
right. But it's or like he showed up in the Ghostbusters remake to do like so he'll do like little, but this I think is the last time he starred in a comedy where he is billed as like the top billing in a comedy, right? For sure, I think.
And I like Jarmusch, Anderson, Murray. It's no complaint.
Oh yeah,
but this feels like kind of the end of a Bill Murray, of the quick change Bill Murray era.
Yes, yeah, of Bill Murray just at the top of really silliness, just the wig that is completely. Oh, that's also we didn't talk about. Did we talk about that as a Farrelly Brothers touch of just
they love
hair
wigs.
That is wigs that are like completely out of control, like sticking up, messed up hair. So, but yeah, just like that. This character, I don't think he's ever quite played something this broad in the last 20 some years.
No, I don't think he has at all. The only thing that came out after this that is another. And I use this term loosely, comedy is The Man Who Knew Too Little.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But,
well, and let's not discount Garfield either.
Is that a comedy? This is news to me that was meant to be a comedy.
Part of the canon for this show is that we will never watch the movie Garfield. We watched Garfield Tale of Two Kitties, having not seen the original, and we're not going to do it.
I respect it. I respect it.
And that movie was a Greek tragedy.
Yeah.
You should watch the interview that Jon Stewart did with Jennifer Love Hewitt while she was promoting Garfield, because I remember it being unhinged and insane. As on the Daily Show way back in the day. So if that can be located, I would recommend watching that.
Yeah. By the way, do we want to take a moment, since we're in this beginning portion, to try to speculate what this set was like? Because you got a lot of like people that, to be clear, are people in comedy that I enjoy their comedy, but you've got Bill Murray, who can be very difficult. You've got Woody Harrelson, who can be very like off and weird and like hard to deal with. You've got Randy Quaid, who went full off the deep end after this.
Yeah, Randy Quaid straight lost it.
Being a PA on this set seems like it would be exhausting and terrifying.
Right. Well, and then combine that with the Bill Murray, I say and do whatever I want, so we're not going to finish the day at any sort of reasonable time approach.
Right. It seems, I bet there's an interesting, making of tale to be made about Kingpin. I don't think anyone cares enough to do it, but I'd read it.
No. Yeah, but it definitely seems
I would
like,
read I'd read the oral history of Kingpin, the movie.
the vulture piece.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it does all, like, I think they're all, arguably at the top of their game at this point still. Like, and I like this Woody Harrelson, because similar to Bill Murray, Woody Harrelson sort of went in a very serious direction after this, and we don't get as much, this is sort of like bridging White Men Can't Jump Woody Harrelson, before he goes into like his more serious work.
Well, yeah, because outside of Zombieland, he hasn't done many comedies that immediately jump to mind in recent years.
No, I mean, he's in Semi-Pro. He's not a lead in it, but he's doing a goofy thing there. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good example.
I'm a huge Woody Harrelson guy. All versions. In fact, I may return to this very show to do a little movie called The Cowboy Way with him and Kiefer Sutherland.
Which that would be the tie into Young Guns.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. But Woody's elite, and it's hysterical that he's as good as a broken down, one-handed bowling hustler as he is, in No Country for Old Men or whatever. Like, the dude can just go.
Or Natural Born Killers or any of them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's crazy if you go and watch Cheers and just watch him at his like broadest, where he's just like, he's Homer Simpson, basically. He's just
playing a
guy.
dumb hick.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fantastic.
And there's no turn. There's no like and if anything, like all sitcoms, he just gets dumber as it goes along. But he's an absolute moron in that show, and he's as good as that.
Yeah, like he's golden, as he's like the greatest dummy that's ever existed. Like he's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, he has incredible range, like truly, which like more than, I love Bill Murray, but I don't think Bill Murray has incredible range. Like, I like his dramatic stuff, but it's not right. It has a wheelhouse that it lives in.
Bill Murray has about 3 gears.
Yeah.
And he excels
in all
good
gears.
Right.
Yeah.
To use a baseball analogy, he's got 3 great pitches. He does not have a fourth, but he's got 3 unbelievable pitches.
I will say he was great. I just watched the John Candy documentary, and Bill Murray is great in that, because he's just joking about how nobody has a bad story about John Candy, that you will not get any dirt on him. And then he's trying to find dirt to give you on John Candy. Like, it's also delightful.
Yeah, I bet. I don't know. Should we go into why this movie's maligned?
Yeah. Well, the Olympics. Probably.
Yeah, it's the Olympics' fault.
Well, right.
Curse you, 1996.
And I
was
will
that
dare say
Atlanta?
that was the worst thing that happened at that Olympics. But no, yeah. So here's an interesting one because I'm 42 years old, so this is like right in my wheelhouse, and I was like maybe the one kid that like didn't like Dumb and Dumber as a kid.
Interesting.
Which was a really contrary take at the time.
Sure.
I didn't get Carrie out of the chute. Like I didn't like Ace Ventura. I didn't. It didn't. In retrospect, I realized that it's funny and why it's funny, but it missed me entirely. So this was like the first Farrelly Brothers movie that I remember liking, which is I think puts me in a distinct minority. Right, but I think it puts me in a distinct minority because I don't think there are a lot of people that I think the slide over from Dumb and Dumber might have been jarring for some people or whatever, but it just didn't. Again, I didn't like that movie when it came out, so it's like this was my shit.
It's funny because I think I was the exact opposite because we're all pretty much the same age, but I had the exact opposite, which is Dumb and Dumber was huge for me. I absolutely loved and adored that movie. And I can't say now looking back, I don't know if I was really into the 1996 Olympics, but like I didn't see this movie in the theater. This movie missed me when it came out. Like it was not on my radar at all for whatever reason.
So did you see it during its myriad airings on Comedy Central? Because it was a staple from like 98 to 2001.
But it was like that later. So it was like definitely after I had seen Something About Mary.
Yeah. So I love Dumb and Dumber. So I'm in that camp because I like Jim Carrey out the gate and love Dumb and Dumber. And then I saw the Farrelly Brothers were doing another movie and I was like, oh, I have to see this. So I did see it in the theater. And as I said, like, I'm not going to go and die on a hill that this is the best Farrelly Brothers movie, but it is my favorite.
Yeah. Which I do think Dumb and Dumber would be my favorite. Although I will say, and we probably should do it for the show at some point, I did walk out of the theater during Dumb and Dumber 2. So I do have to admit that and not even like a planned, I got up because I needed to use the bathroom and then just had a moment where I was like, I'm already halfway to my car. I could just keep going.
That's the best kind. I've never heard that, and I love that. And I grew up on Murray too, obviously. So like, Ghostbusters and Groundhog Day and all that, but also like I was a big like rent the old Saturday Night Lives from the video store kid.
Yeah.
So like Murray to me has always been like, so when he was involved, that was great. And I always loved Woody Harrelson because, White Men Can't Jump's like one of my 5 favorite movies.
Yeah.
So
it's fantastic. Yeah.
So I was all in. And then, Quaid, depends on the role with him, but he's real good at silly. So like it was fun.
This is a good role for him. Yeah. Cause I'm the same way. Quaid is like, he's not really value added to me to a movie. Like, he's not going to sell a ticket to me, but I think this is a good use of him. Like the vacation movies or whatever. Like, I think it's a good, silly part for him.
He's good in like, this is probably the movie that he has the most to do in that I like the most as well.
Yeah.
Like, I like when he's flying. I like when he's flying an airplane into a spaceship. I like when he's talking about the shitter being full. That's usually about the limit I can take with one random.
Right, like
Quaid.
Spliced in.
It is kind of funny that they really have him against type because like even in Independence Day, which is, I guess, probably my favorite role of his, it's like he's our dad. He's an alcoholic. He's a complete screw up, but he redeems himself in this one moment and you love him for it.
Yes, it's a real stretch.
But this one is like, I guess he does get corrupted, but his starting point is very against type for him, which it did kind of just occur to me too as I was sitting here thinking about it. Like, in some ways, I almost want to see the version where they switch it and Chris Elliott plays his part and he plays Chris Elliott's part.
I'm always down for more Chris Elliott.
Yeah, I'm never going to say no to more Chris Elliott. I want a movie where Chris Elliott plays Tim Robinson's dad.
Yeah, that should happen.
Oh,
that absolutely should happen.
Because Tim Robinson is running because Chris Elliott walked.
Well, and they have the shared commonality of SNL had them both and had no idea what to do with either one of them.
No clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which then they did for a second generation with Chris Elliott's daughter also.
Yeah.
It is crazy that Abby Elliott did the show after her dad's experience. Like, and then it went exactly the same.
And it also like didn't work out. Like,
yeah.
I actually think my favorite Randy Quaid is in Not Another Teen Movie as the dad.
He's very good in
Randy
that.
Quaid.
I have such a
that movie's
fondness.
very funny.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably my favorite Chris Evans role. It's Not Another Teen Movie.
I saw that movie maybe whatever, right after high school, in high school, whenever it came out, on a date, and I could not handle the Mr. T thing. I lost my mind. When Mr. T comes out as the janitor, like,
yeah,
I couldn't put it back together at all.
We should like do that for this show because that movie is fantastic.
I'm sure it was critically maligned. Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that it was absolutely crapped on. But I think this movie got maligned because this type of comedy is just not for critics.
Oh, you're going with that. You're going with the PR. It's for the fans. Like,
well, no,
you're
it's
going
just
with
like
the dirty work defense.
Yes.
The dirty work defense.
I'm going with the dirty work defense. I'm full on. I think that, like Ebert loved it.
Yes, I did see that.
I love that.
And he absolutely nailed movies like how he gave Garfield a better review than The Usual Suspects. So, he's unassailable as a film critic. But I
mean, we just talked about Kevin Spacey earlier. That take might have aged better than you think. So,
hey, the movie holds up. Separate the art from the artist.
Look, I'm a big Macquarie guy, so yeah, the script is unimpeachable, but that set terrible.
Oof.
But, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, tough cast.
Yeah. A really problematic director and 2 of the 5 leads.
Yeah, absolutely.
That Kevin Pollak, what a dick.
I mean, I'll look. Do I need to be the voice of a couple of reasons to malign this movie?
Oh, there's reasons. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just, for the record, because, and also, I enjoy this movie. Like, but, I'm not like coming for it in any way. But I think like, I think it's too long. I think we always praise a 90-minute movie. This is a 2-hour movie, and it is not paced particularly well.
No. It also makes no sense. I mean, not that you need these movies to make sense, but like he couldn't have figured out that he could bowl with a fake hand 15 years ago.
Well, right. You're exactly right. Like the fact that, I mean, I guess just like in a general thing, I think like a lot of the Farrelly brothers stuff, it's fair to malign, and it hasn't aged particularly well. Anything about the hand, like just any of the comedy derived from that. But yeah, it's a weird thing that it's a 17-year time jump, and he seems to have not figured out any way. Like he doesn't know how to use the hook, thing. Like he doesn't know how to use the hand.
Right.
Yeah. And
to be fair, he was drunk most of that time.
That's true. But then, the fact that
drunk.
But then it's like, the way the movie's structured, because they want to do the like he's a mentor thing with Randy Quaid, they don't devote any time to him learning how to bowl again. We don't even get like in a 2-hour movie, we don't even get scenes of him like secretly bowling or something, like he can do it, but he refuses to do it publicly or something. And then it's just at the end, it's very contrived of like, okay, now he's doing it. And like, the idea that he's never once attempted to figure any of this out.
Yeah, that isn't even like they didn't even pay the mind that he like thought about it and decided not to at any point. He's just like immediately as the hand injury happens, and he's like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah, like just seemingly, hit the road, started selling things to, for public restrooms. Like,
stayed bowling adjacent, but would refuse to bowl.
Yeah.
Right. Tried to bowl left-handed a couple times.
Right. Which, you would think that would be, that he would try that or get an attachment that would allow him to bowl. That would make more sense.
Some sort of adaptive hook, something.
Yeah. But yes, all of that I think is not great. I think, the script is pretty sweaty, in general.
Well, and it's like, it is very paint by numbers for what a redemption story, coming of age, yada yada is too.
But then does the ending that's always tough to pull off, and usually is the one, like if you look at something like Dodgeball, they were gonna do it and then they chickened out, or the studio made them chicken out of, like having the guy lose is always a tough sell for what is a slam dunk genre of we want to see Woody Harrelson win, and then he doesn't.
Right.
Right. And it had the overcorrect there for a little while where like everything kind of went the Rocky way for a little bit, where it's like now they got to the point where you're almost expecting the loss at the end, like the Friday Night Lights of it all. But we all learned something, and we got to play this Explosions in the Sky song really loud. But it's like, you know, with him, yeah, you think if this is all going to be, he wins, and then he like sort of kind of wins, but not really. It's a very odd.
But I like the choice. I thought it was interesting.
It is. I mean, it's always a bold choice, and there are examples where it works. I mean, I guess you could argue it works in Rocky, you know, to an extent. Like it works in Bad News Bears, you know, like that's a pretty good one. Yeah.
No, and I think that they one thing that, and this is, I don't think it counts as silver lining, but the fact that he wins in the long run, like, is why it kind of works.
Right. He wins at life. And I guess it's not quite, maybe another couple passes on the script would have gotten us there, but it's like, if it was about that the gambling and the money and everything was what was bad and what he needed to break away from, then a moral victory where he, it's also just weird, by the way, that it's like the tournament is structured so that he gets nothing for second place. Like, what bowling tournament gives only first place a prize?
The Reno Championships.
Right. Because even that might have made more sense.
For finishing, 34th or whatever, and he demands the big check, which is a great bit. But like, give him something. Although I did coach in a basketball tournament this summer called the basketball tournament, and it's $1 million winner take all, and no one else gets anything. So it's a 64 team tournament, and the winner gets $1 million, and the other 63 teams get nothing.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, this was 100 people, so that's not that far off. No, there's this movie is. They could have easily shaved 20 minutes. 20 different bowling gambling montages that they could have trimmed a minute here, a minute there from. And, it would have been fine. And I mean, a happy ending shaves 20 minutes off, because then we don't have to do the denouement of losing but winning. So because I think there literally is 20 minutes after Bill Murray wins the tournament that we still have left in the movie. But then we don't get goodbye, Brother Roy, goodbye, whore.
I mean, no, there's great stuff in there. Honestly, I love a lot of it. I love when he's sitting there and they're cleaning the stadium and then he finally shouts. Like, that's a good bit.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't know. I mean, we've been talking. We haven't really maligned this movie too hard. Should we just pivot, or is there anything else we want to?
But yeah, I mean, I think we hit it.
I could have done a little less with the Amish community. I feel like hit that joke once and then get out. It's kind of like the same joke a bunch of times.
Yeah. That is a weird. There was a weird staple of Amish. 90s comedies were really infatuated with the Amish community. I think, what was the one, Andy? We did one for this
we did
show.
Sex Drive,
which has a big Amish plot line in it.
I think
that was
Al Yankovic for that. It was a real hot time for the
Amish paradise.
Yeah, never bigger on social media and like in the cultural landscape than.
And they had no idea.
I know, they absolutely clueless. But yeah, I'm with you. It's a fun thing. Like, I like the end. I think I think it as a motivation and as like an ending, go back there scene, it's fine. But yeah, we didn't need as much, and we definitely didn't need his brother coming to get him. That subplot.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm ready.
Let's pivot.
Pivot!
Bill Murray.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's maybe my favorite. Like, it's so funny for the broad Bill Murray performances. Like the Big Brothers Big Sisters commercial is perfect.
That is the hardest I laughed in this movie, like, for sure. And it's such a throwaway thing, but just that entire commercial series of just the heightening, like the reveal of like that it's just a really attractive woman and her son, and then the heightening of that of just, go deeper, like as he's standing there waiting to throw the pass, like all of it is so perfect. But no, it's Bill Murray. Yeah, absolutely rules this movie. Another line that really killed me was when he goes, for a long time, I blamed myself for what happened.
My favorite is
like just that
the confrontation. Quaid threatens him, and as he's running away, he shouts his room number to Vanessa. So good.
Yeah.
He just like, there's just so many like just like little, like when he's just as like, we were on Gravy Train with biscuit wheels, man, and you're throwing it. That,
yeah, again, and to know that that's just improvised from Bill Murray, that's a great line. Even the intro of him where he's just doing the bowling
the
commentary, and then it's the slow pan out, and then it's Woody Harrelson going, I didn't talk when you were bowling, like
was
all
that
of
out loud?
Yeah, just no, it's every scene he's in is funny. Every choice he makes is the right hilarious choice. He's fantastic.
All of his wigs are perfect,
and all the
and the increasing
stuff,
how much worse they get.
The face,
like the heightening of the wigs.
It's so perfect. Because bowlers are also insane. That's the thing. Like, this is only heightened a little bit.
Yeah.
Like. And
I would say the costumes aren't even heightened. Like what Bill Murray wears is just what professional bowlers wear. Like it's not even exaggerated.
It's a fascinating little subculture.
Yeah, they even, it's funny, I didn't think about this before, but there's even a great documentary now where Tim Robinson, just to tie it all together, plays a bowler. And that's also great when they're doing like a faux bowling documentary as well.
But yeah, no, everything built like, there's just so many just little lines that are clearly were never in the script that are just perfect. Like even just from the opening clip where it's like, hey, that two's not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, and I just love too that he's completely irredeemable. It's like that kind of rascal character that Bill Murray can play where it's like there is never a humanizing moment for that character. He never does anything likable. He's a complete like scoundrel the entire time, and you love him. Like you want him to be the worst person.
He's maybe the best at doing that exact thing. Like where you're like,
yep.
Yeah, I'm rooting for this guy. There's no reason I should be rooting for this guy.
Like, I mean, it's the Groundhog Day. For half of that movie, he is the worst person in the world, and you're like, and he does it with art.
Absolutely,
but you're still rooting for him even when he sucks.
Yeah, no, it's such a funny thing where it's like and it has to be that because even like after the reset, he's still been terrible. Like he's been terrible to Chris Elliott for a long time, and he's been terrible to Andy McDowell for at least the drive down there.
Right.
So they still like him, like in the end.
No, and Woody Harrelson, like, I think my favorite Woody Harrelson joke in the movie is at the end when she gives him the watch back. He's like, "Oh, it had a winder."
That's good. Also, by the way, my favorite Farrelly brothers joke, but it involves Woody Harrelson, is it's perfectly executed of the running joke of every time he tries to show his bowling championship ring, people think he's talking about the hand. And then finally at the end, he's talking about the hand and someone thinks he's talking about the ring. Like, perfect.
Yes.
Absolutely
that's
perfect.
And that's
Like setup and payoff. Yeah.
That is perfect.
Right.
That is
Even
perfect
they're
joke writing.
not as strong movies or whatever. There's always like 2 or 3 jokes where you're like, shit, that's how you write a joke. Like,
Yeah.
Well, and there's another moment. This is a Vanessa Angel line, but and it's weird because it's tell don't show, but it's after he punches Ishmael in the face to avoid him getting beaten up by Roger Clemens. And then there's just the throw line. It's like, well, you didn't have to rub Tabasco sauce in his eyes.
Yeah, because it's like you didn't have to drink with them, and then it's like, well, you know, I didn't want them to think it was a setup, so and then it's like,
yeah, but you didn't have to rub Tabasco sauce in his. Yeah, and like just the recurring joke of getting Munson being a thing, like that was like funny.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
And then it's like I feel like the movie. Tell me if you guys agree, but I feel like the movie indicates that that's Bill Murray did that. That like he's absolutely the one who made that catch on because he's constantly saying it.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. By the way, I do think Vanessa Angel is good in this movie. Like,
I do too. Yeah.
I think she's really funny. I think the scene where she's beating up Woody Harrelson is good. She's just a strong. Yeah.
She hangs too.
But yeah, she's a strong character overall. Like, I think she's a good addition. And like.
Yeah, no, absolutely. She's right there. No, I think and like there's other like good Farrelly brother gross out jokes, like the flossing bit is very funny.
Yeah.
When Randy Quaid's like, I think I can figure out some things on my own, pan out, he's shitting in the urinal, like stuff like that. That's very Farrelly brothers, but I'm here for it.
Well, and also another example of good Farrelly brothers writing is the like, Munson, what are you doing? I'm flossing. Oh, I thought it was Munson. Like, just I've been saying Munson. Like, perfect. Like, that's great, stupid comedy.
I think one of my other favorite Randy Quaid bits is when they meet up with Vanessa and her boyfriend and the other guy, and Randy Quaid just starts laughing. He's like, a woman with that narrow hips isn't going to be able to squeeze out much more than 6 or 7 kids. Joke's on him.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that you enjoyed him getting the beers from the freezing cold.
Oh, yeah, that was hot. Yeah,
yeah,
super sexy.
Obviously.
Super hot.
Always.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, speaking of good, like, gross out humor, too, Lynn Shay is really funny in her part. Yeah.
A recurring joke with my brothers and I has always been, I think you jarred something loose, Tiger.
Oh, it's so gross. It is so gross.
But yeah, no, Lynn Shay is so, and also there's the like that is so.
Yeah. This is like it's a reoccurring like flash that he keeps having, like, you know, and also I love that she gets the post credit. Like, I don't know if you guys watched all the way to the end, but it's like at the very end, it's just the full take of her doing that and like just the extended until like the Farrelly brothers break.
Yeah, well, like, even like that scene with her, like that whole sequence of him throwing the coffee in Willie Garson's face. And then like getting caught in it, throwing the coffee in Willie Garson's face again and throwing him out the window.
But it not working.
And even just the way that like the way she wheezes is so funny.
Yeah.
Like everything she does is so perfect. Like it's she has like the shitty little flower in her hair when she goes to visit him. And it's like,
yeah.
Oh, all of it is so good. Yeah, it's no, she's great. It's like it. Yeah, like I said, I mentioned it before, but this movie has a banging soundtrack.
It does. Yeah. And just all the great, like, kind of ska-esque, like, needle drops to give momentum to scene transitions.
Listen, this started a lifelong love affair between me and Goldfinger. You know,
yeah. Yes.
But it has a great Blues Traveler track in But Anyway at the end credits. Has a bunch of really good like 80s like alt rock stuff.
All the music during the final tournament is really good. We get a lot of music throughout that. It's all really solid.
But yeah, no, the soundtrack rules.
Also, I do want to go back for a second because, but anyway, great. I love that it's the closing thing, but it's also a bonus silver lining that they really didn't have to change John Popper much in appearance or attire to make him look Amish at the end.
Not one iota.
Okay. This is the trademark Leonelli tangent that doesn't have much to do with anything, but I gotta log in here. So, I had a sleep situation, sleep study, like a sleep apnea deal, whatever. And I got the Baymax. I got the sleep machine, and I started having really, really, really vivid dreams. And I'd never been able to remember my dreams before. And I had a dream. Mac, you'll appreciate this. I was a history teacher, and John Popper had the classroom across the hall from me. And he would constantly try to reference being in Blues Traveler as if I didn't know that he'd been in Blues Traveler. And I wouldn't take the bait. And it was one of the most big I've ever had in my life. So there is an alternate world out there where John Popper and I teach at the same high school. So sorry for derailing
I love
the podcast, but I never get to share that otherwise.
No, it's amazing. Listen, we all should have such a good John Popper story.
The other really vivid dream I had was that Pixar was making a shot-for-shot remake of Backdraft.
I would watch that. Why
Here
not?
for it.
Honestly, you know what? I love that because can we get that trend to happen? Because I fully hate the trend of animated movies being made into live action movies, as discussed last week on our Flintstones episode. But I would love it if it went the other way. We need more live action serious dramas to be made into cartoons.
Right.
Like, I think that's a good,
Just like a CGI Apocalypse Now.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Listen, I why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Let's make the
absolutely should
computer
happen.
generated The Deer Hunter.
and get Randy Newman to write songs for all of these movies, obviously.
The deer's hunting in the woods.
They ain't hunting deer tonight.
They playing Russian roulette.
It'd be great.
Listen, a CGI Deliverance, I'm here for it.
I'm not.
Just
but
all the 70s auteur movies.
Absolutely.
Like anything that is John Cazale adjacent, just do a CGI thing of it.
Yeah, I don't think you've said The Godfather yet, but obviously The Godfather.
Obviously The Godfather, yeah.
You could have the horse.
Yeah,
I was
Kramer
thinking
versus Kramer.
I think you can even like have a little fun with it. Like in The Godfather, the horse head could like go like, it's a living.
Nashville would be good. Network.
Yeah, I think add a little. All those movies were missing the magical realism of animation. I think that's
absolutely. Yeah,
that's the bottom line. So I guess since I've said that this is my favorite of the three excellent Farrelly Brothers movies, are you saying yours is Dumb and Dumber, Joel?
It is. Yeah.
And then would that make Anthony? Listen, I don't think any of those are the wrong answer.
Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely. No.
And I think mine's something about marriage. Yeah, I think it is. It's problematic as it may be. I remember my grandmother going to see It's Something About Mary in the movie theater and thinking it was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
You ain't lying.
Character for
I think we did it, right?
We did it.
Funny is funny, man.
We did it. Undefeated still with Coach Leo. So, Coach Leo, always a pleasure having you here. As we, what can you point people to if they want to follow the Fisher Falcons?
Hey.
Actually, for the first time I've ever done this, we are in season right now. We are 8 games in. We are 6-2. We're playing really good ball. FisherFalcons.com. You can pick up live streams when we play and watch me stalk around in a tracksuit. And we're coming up on the winter break, which is substantial on our level because all our guys go home for the holidays. So we're trying to steer it into the break But no, it was a nice break from game film.
I hope the whole team enjoyed being forced to watch it instead of game film.
It's like, all right, guys, no practice today. Film sessions watching 90s classic Kingpin.
So, unfortunately, one of the things that's been lost with the phone is when I started in coaching, bus movies were a really big thing. And they're completely dead now because everyone has everything in their pocket. But finding something that like the entire bus could enjoy, and also like you didn't have to think about that hard,
Like preferably like stuff blown up or like whatever.
but like, you know, so finding a good bus movie is kind of out the window. We also once had a conversation of what would be the worst bus movie possible.
And that was a fun back and forth. But
The answer is
It's
Schindler's,
like
Schindler's
concept
List,
that I really
right?
miss. 'Cause now
Absolutely. Yeah.
everyone has their phones. Schindler's List was on there. We figured Philadelphia just because of the general uncomfortable, you know, of sports teams uncomfortable talking about things such as that, especially in the 90s. Schindler's List, yeah. I mean, or anything that you like really have to follow closely because it's on a tiny little TV, like 4 rows. So
I do think you'll
Not a lot of
appreciate.
attention.
I have a fond memory of my senior year. We did our senior trip where we took a bus to Disney World from Maryland, and I just have this memory. Our vice principal, Mr. Allball, reading his newspaper in the very front row. On the TVs was Jerry Maguire, which is a pretty good overall movie for kids on a trip like that. But if you remember, has a very graphic sex scene in the beginning of that movie. And it was just Allball just took his newspaper and without saying anything, used it to cover the screen for that portion while just like pretending to read it and not notice. And like there were multiple TVs behind him. So the rest of us could still all see it. But just for his TV, he covered it. And it was such a funny, just perfect, like, I'm a vice principal, we're heading to Disney World, I don't want to care moment.
Love it.
So we took a bus from outside Providence also, if we wanted to drop the Farrelly brothers in there. But we went to Virginia Beach. So it was a similar length bus ride. But we watched we watched Anger Management and like What Women Want. I was like, who picked these movies? Why is this so long? Outstanding.
Good times.
Gobble, gobble.
Silver Linings Playback is a production of HoboTrashcan.com. If you enjoyed the show, please rate or review it on Apple Podcasts. Hear more great shows on the Peak Sloth Podcast Network.